Good morning, my lovelies. We're off on a new adventure. I got to run out and pick up some school supplies, a pickup list for Cameron who starts school tomorrow. I figured I'd take y'all along. We'll see what we're gonna find on the way. I got to go to work in a little while, but in the meantime, I got to ride out to pick up Cameron's school stuff, and he goes out of district, so it's a little ride. So I'm gonna take y'all along with me. I'm gonna cut this down before we get copyrighted. Righted, that's not even a word. Alright guys, let's see what we can get in. So one of my videos is not gonna make it into this event from yesterday from the hurricane, simply because I wasn't thinking when I started the video, and I gave away a lot of information that I didn't want to, and rather than editing the whole thing, I'm just not throwing that video in. So I've got to go back and redo it, see what works, see what doesn't work. I think the only thing I missed was I was told because of the power situation, we could be looking at a couple of days without power. Well, upon further investigation, that was not true. We were less than 24 hours without power. I was able to get the generator up and running. I did make it out to the top of the road and got some gas. I don't live close to a town. Y'all are gonna see while I'm on the road. I don't stay close to town. Cameron goes to school about 35-40 minutes out from where we actually live, so yeah, it takes a minute to get there. So I drop him off at his old school, and the bus picks him up and takes him in. But I don't live very close to a gas station, like 7-8 miles, but it's a new gas station, and we don't usually go that direction. We go the other way because there's nothing at the top of the road at the new gas station that any of my family would have eaten. There's a Subway, but I wasn't trying to go there because I don't know if they were impacted by the power or not. We had some people who were not impacted by power at all, and so I chose to go to a place that I knew was going to have a backup generator options, at least for a little while. So that being said, y'all have heard me talk about the bridge, that if it floods, we become an island. That's the one we just passed. But yeah, so I did not go out where I usually, could have been a little convenient. I went a little bit further where I had two options to receive gas if I needed it. So that being said, that's what happened yesterday. I went out and got gas, and then we got back, and I got our generator up and running, and I helped my mom and my stepdad get their generator up and running, and they got their freezer and fridge going. We got Maisley cranked up and going, running off the generator, so we had the AC, the refrigerator. I turned the breakers off to some of the plugs and the hot water heater and the microwave, just so it wasn't trying to pull that extra current that we didn't need. I pulled the shades and we left it going, and it cooled down in no time. So we did, there's a storm rolling in too, coming up south, so I had my sunshades on. Then I took them off. Now I'm trying to put them back on. The sun came back out. So we have we were without power less than 24 hours. We did not open our deep freezer, at all, except we didn't open the deep freezer at all. And we opened the refrigerator to take the milk, the coffee creamer, and the chicken out. That was what we were eating. So our breakfast was boxed or canned, so we didn't have to worry with it. And so we didn't have any issues. That's Cameron's old school we're passing now, where I usually drop him off to catch the bus. But this year he's doing online exclusively. so I don't have to do that. So we didn't lose any food of any kind. We threw away some sherbet that had separated when it had thawed out, and popsicles, but the other stuff that was in the top of the freezer, so it did thaw out. But the rest of our stuff was compacted in, and it was all still frozen. Of course, once I get ready to thaw anything out, anything that looks, smells, or feels funny is going straight in the trash can. We're not eating it. So this is the newest store that we're coming up on now. And I come here every once in a while. Usually when I was going to the gym, like, I'd drop Cameron off and then I'd stop at the store and get gas and go on into the gym. I've never physically been inside the store. I always get, we're not running red lights, but I'm not stopping. That light takes forever to turn. So maybe half of me ran that light. There's not a camera there though. But I've never been in the store. I always use my card outside. So I went. Now, from where I'm at, I'm like equally between two small towns and equally the same between two big cities. So it's a 20-minute drive for me to get to the smaller cities that have like Walmarts, grocery stores, those type situations. And then there are the bigger, like, well-known cities are like 45 minutes in either direction of me. So it's pick or choose which one you want to deal with. If you want, one of them is more of a beachy thing. The other one has more of like a city vibe to it, kinda. One of them is more known for tourist attractions. The other is not. It's known more like for festivals and things like that. So we have opportunities to go to either one of those. We also can get in and out of one of those quicker as far as traffic goes in the smaller cities. So one of those is a one-way road like I'm on now that takes me 15-20 minutes to get there. The other one is a bypass, so it's a 2-lane. So it's all dependent on what you want. They have pretty much the same thing. One has a Home Depot, one does not. One of them is more like mom and pop shops. The other one is not. They still have, like I said, some of the bigger box variety stores. They both have a couple, like one has a brewery and a couple, I guess they both have mom and pop type shops, but it's all a preference of the tourist who visit them. It's easier to go to one of them at one time of the year than it is the other. So you just have to know the tourist season and what you're looking for. And though they equally have about the same type of businesses, some of them are easier to deal with. It's just a preference of who you want to deal with. Where I went to high school, we were rivals with the other school in the other city. So I purposely don't go to my hometown city, like, and I say hometown, it's not the actual city I grew up in, but where town is, I don't go there a lot simply because I run into people that I went to school with that didn't do so great for themselves. I don't like running into people who didn't do great things with their lives. I understand it's their life, it's their choice, they put themselves there, but I just don't like to see people that I went to school with that could have done great things that for whatever reason didn't find where they needed to be and didn't do great things for themselves. So it bothers me a lot. But I typically, you know, where I'm at, I still run into people from time to time I went to school with. They don't, you know, some people have moved on. We've connected through Facebook, but I have a small Facebook base. I don't have a big Facebook base. I keep a small circle. I like small circles. I like to know when my circle becomes an oval. I know who's got to go to make it back into a circle. I check in on a lot of people, but very rarely do I have people who turn around and check back on me. And I understand we all have busy lives. It's not even about that. It's just no one who's in your circle. There was a fire that came through here a couple years ago. I don't remember how it started. I don't know if it started as a control burn that went out, like out of control. So all of this is regrowing. They had traffic. Oh, it was bad. But it's looking a lot better. I remember there was a fire on a road like this, actually parallel over to where we're driving. And it happened when I was in first grade. And it still has taken a really long time to recover. It jumped the highway. This one did too, but not like horribly bad. It still covered a lot of ground. So I tell people, yeah, we live in the middle of nowhere. This is not actually the middle of nowhere. I have lived in places that are less populated than this, by all means. So I'm going to show y'all where we're at for the, let's see. From where I'm at, my mail that we pick up, like in the shop. I don't live far from the shop at all. We have a post office box in a different city for that, because it's in and out from where we go to town. But as y'all were getting ready to find out, from where I live up to where we're getting ready to go by is where our post office is. The mail routes around here are crazy. We're waiting on all the traffic. I don't know where all the traffic's coming from. Don't have a clue. One of the places that were hard hit yesterday that was closed down is now open to contractors. So our guys are coming back to work, which is really appreciative. Road builders, happy to see y'all guys on the road. This is a horrible curve, by the way. So I don't mind sitting here a minute. All right. Yeah, some of the places that were closed yesterday, I told you the eye came over very close to where we were, so that gives you an idea of where I'm at, generally located. It came over and shut down one of the beaches in its entirety, and it is now open to contractors. So it's not the best time for me to be missing work this morning to answer the phone, but there's only so much information we have anyway. I can't be of tremendous help with information I don't readily have. And until one of our guys can get over there and look at it, there's not a whole lot we can do to share information with the public. The storm that's rolling in, though, is coming up from the south, so it's supposed to have very strong winds and damaging hail possible inside of it. So it's getting darker as we go. I went out to my garden yesterday, past the soybeans, so it made me think about it. I went out to my garden and checked yesterday, and I got a couple sunflowers that got knocked down. I got one cotton plant that needed some assistance, but other than that, I didn't have any major garden damage. It didn't look like I did, but I hadn't went out there to actually check it out, so we're gonna see what's happening. Running into a little bit of rain, a drop here or there, nothing major. My vehicle needs to be washed. I still got a tree branch back there hanging on. It's a twig. I think it's sand I'm hearing that's blowing off the car. Probably is what I'm hearing. So once I hit the 2-lane up here, I'm gonna put y'all guys in time lapse until we get closer. I want to show, the whole purpose of the video was to get out for a minute before I went to work, but I want to show y'all guys how they're doing pickup for the schoolhouse. They are doing a online. Cameron's doing online, so he has to have his supplies picked up, and they've reserved a Chromebook for him. So I think it's really cool, but I'm gonna put y'all in time lapse for the drive, and then once I get to where he's doing pickup, I'll pick y'all guys back up and we'll carry on where we left off. I'm getting ready to come through the small town of the city that I reside in for post office purposes, but you see how far of a drive it is. This is why you never miss the mail carrier. You have to drive this far to get anything from the post office. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit, but nothing major. Nothing major. Doesn't look like the farther inland we're going that we've got any damage, really. It looks like they have more of a dead limbs that have been knocked down here than what we had. We had like green, healthy limbs. These limbs are looking a little sickly that I'm seeing that have fallen around here. So I'm gonna ride through the traffic. Always stops so far back. I'll put y'all guys in time lapse, and I'll catch up with you when we get closer. Guys, my whole video just quit. I don't even know what all that was about. So we're sitting in line. We're waiting. I have no idea how this is going to work, but we're going to find out. I was trying to show you how the pickup line works for what we're doing, but I don't know what happened. And I'm responding to a text. We're gonna see how this works. Oh, they're taking pictures. Guess what? Cameron's not here. He's at home. I don't know what the pictures are for, but you're not getting my child's picture today. But I guess it's publicity. So I did a hyperlapse for y'all. We're going to see how that turns out. I've got to get a stand for y'all guys. I'm taking y'all on all these mobile adventures. Getting my gym workout in, that's for sure. Because my arms are getting tired. So I name everything. This vehicle is called Lucy Lou. My Yukon is the Bird Slayer. The camper's name is Maisley. Everything has names. Everything. It looks like I'm going to have to fill out some paperwork. So I might have to stick y'all in the cup holder for a second. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I didn't bring Cameron. Cameron's like, no, Mom, I'm staying home. He starts school tomorrow. I was like, fine. Then I can go to work. They seem to be very organized. They've got everything compacted together. It's looking like... Hold on a second, guys. Good morning.
Picking up a laptop?
Yes, and a binder.
Okay, we got your binder here. Let me grab you a pen. I got a pen.
Let's see what's happening. Good morning.
There you go. If you could just fill that out.
7.
Who's the student?
Cameron Long. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
7th grade, Cameron Long. 7th grade, Cameron Long. And then she'll ask him what grade.
Okay.
I'm hoping you're not going to need Cameron's signature because
No.
he's not in here.
No, we don't.
He's like, Mom, I'm
Yeah, no.
staying home. I'm like, okay. Oh, I think the day is actually the 5th.
It is, I think.
We're going to make it the 4th, the 5th, whatever it
There you
says.
go. It's going to be whatever day. You can keep the pen.
I was going to say, I'm glad I got here first if y'all were using ink pens.
Yeah, no. We're passing them out. Okay, and Cameron is 7th grade.
Yes.
So Miss Sigmund is standing right down
Okay.
there with all his stuff.
Thank you so much.
1/7 and 1/8.
Okay. So you do Chromebook pickup here, and then you come down here and pick up other books. So we're going to go down here and pick up these books, and then I'm going to pick y'all guys back up. So I'm going to set you back down. Lord, at all these books. I'm going to set these down, and I'll be right back. Good morning.
Hi, here you go.
Awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
That's going to be fun. Thanks. Y'all, you see these books? You see all these books? This is like crazy. Not crazy, but still. Yeah, so Cameron goes to a charter school. It's a tuition-free school. It is open to the public. It has different expectations than what other people may believe, or I don't know how to describe it. So they do have uniforms that they have to wear. This year the parking lots are going to be closed. They have a staging system. So I'm going to see if I can show y'all guys the staging system that they have. They have such awesome staff, by the way. But they have a staging system. This gravel lot over here next to me, all of the pickup for the cars, ooh, this sign's down. All the pickup for the cars for the students come through here, and they're lettered or numbered. And so they will come in and file in. This does K through 8, and they will file in here, and everybody waits in line, and then they do their pickup, which is all drive through. So the only buses go out to the neighboring charter schools. So this is like the parent charter school here. And then the other buses and stuff go out to the sister charter schools and pick up to bring in middle school. So like Cameron went to a charter school that was local to our area. And when he started middle school last year, he now is chartered out to the parent company charter school. So we have that going for us. But today we had to make the drive out here to pick this up. So he usually rides the bus. I don't bring him very often unless I have an appointment out this way. And that's very rarely. So we are going to head back towards the house, but like I was saying, I've got to get a stand for y'all guys. I'm taking you mobile everywhere, which is so cool to get out and see everybody. I don't know what people are watching these videos for, if they're watching them for the time lapse, if they're watching them because they're seeing the content that's on them. I noticed that y'all guys are liking the review videos. If you've never seen it, my first Cuppet video that I did, the Cuppet washing machine, that has over 2,000 views on it, and the updated one has probably close to 1,000. So I don't know if y'all are into the review videos or not, if that's what you're doing. I don't know if it's into the camping. I've heard people say that they just flat out like to hear the sound of my voice. Got that country hick thing going. My husband is a country hick by all means. If you want to hear somebody talk, I'll make him read a book. You'll laugh at it. So y'all guys comment, what are you here for? What are you looking for? Those type situations. And I like the time lapse. I think they're cool. It covers a lot of information in a little bit of time. I think in today's society, we're not used to sit down watching long videos. We have the option now that we can get rid of commercials and we can pay not to have ads, and so I think we all like all of our information quick. But I like to do the time-lapse stuff. I think it's pretty cool. We got some rain that are starting to head in now, but I'm gonna head back towards the shop. Y'all have already seen this route one time in hyperlapse. I'm not gonna make you do it again. So I've got a bunch of videos to edit and throw together. I'm gonna throw over on my Facebook Live page for the ride home. If y'all don't follow me on Facebook, it is a private group if you can find it. I'm going to try to put the link in my YouTube channel so that y'all can start following me over there as well. I'm going to do, I can do lives easier on Facebook than I can on YouTube. So it's Helly's Coles Entourage. Yeah, HELICOLE Entourage on Facebook. It's a private group. Go ahead if you can find it. I'm going to see if I can post the link somewhere in this video. But y'all go ahead over there, join that group, because I do live there. I can only do live on the Chromebook, and the Chromebook requires internet. Right now I ain't got internet when I'm on the move with y'all guys. So I have to upload these videos, and I try to video them without having to edit them, which is why you sometimes see the dash or something like that, so that I'm not giving away exactly where I am with street names. I don't know where most of my viewers are watching from. Most of them, I'm sure. I've got a niece who watches. I've got my children. Cameron watches me. So I've got some people who know where I'm at. Not everybody does. So I try to film it without giving away the information so that I can get them uploaded to y'all guys faster. Because I filmed all day yesterday, I wasn't going to download all those videos over mobile data, so they'll be uploaded sometime today once I collaborate them together to make one video. So y'all guys enjoy your day. We've made it to Wednesday. I'll check in with y'all guys later. Bye, my lovelies.